Tonight on EA Sports. It's week 1 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
From the home of the 2021 AFC champs, there's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could have won comeback player of the year last season simply for his statistics. 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns through the air. But he brought the entire Bengal organization on a comeback after 5 straight losing seasons. First with a division title, then an unexpected AFC title, and led the team to their 3rd Super Bowl ever. And he had them less than 2 minutes away from winning it for the first time. Keep an eye on Joey B. He expects to bring a Super Bowl title to Cincinnati in the near future.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here we go. Ready?
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive and a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
Kyler Murray had his Arizona Cardinals cruising in 2021, leading them to 11 wins, despite sharing a division with both of the NFC title game participants. It was also Arizona's first playoff appearance since 2015. Like his team, Murray's improved each of the last 3 seasons and would have set career highs across the board had he not missed a couple of starts.
Now the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year is James Conner. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll try and run for it with Conner, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Conner. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st and 10 is Conner to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal. Murray going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Murray now, third and goal. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That pass play good for 7. But it still brings up a fourth and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Darrell Williams. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. So a big call there on their opening drive. They go for it on fourth and goal. It pays off.
And I think, Brandon, they were feeling like they needed to match that touchdown on the other end. They didn't want to give them an advantage by kicking a field goal and being down here at the outset.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, dude.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
First throw now for the backup, Allen. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. They'll run it with Pirine. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Evans is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by Chris Evans' touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On first down, they go with Clement again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's McCoy. He's got Anderson right side.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Clement. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Clement. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
McCoy's throw taken in by Green here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Right side, they're going to go option here. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now McCoy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Prater's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On first down, they'll start out with Evans. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Allen going to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 27 yards there, a first down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. High throw, but the catch is made. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll run here with Evans, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Second down and goal. Allen To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Allen now looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. McCoy. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there.
70 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. (17-17) the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals offense returns to the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll begin on the ground here with Evans. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Allen now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, that's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Allen looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, at the very least, you can't say it's not competitive. All tied up at halftime. And for the call of the second half, we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. McCoy. And the reception made by Green. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Clement between the tackles.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And right side, they're going to go option here. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Looking to throw.
McCoy. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
56, Mike.
They'll begin on the ground with Evans. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Let's go, Mike, check, 59.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. Taken down at the 42.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
The football going back over to Arizona now.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, McCoy. That's complete. It's Corey Clement. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Clement. And he is going to lose yardage here. That play ended for a net loss by Jesse Bates.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. McCoy. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Clement. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. McCoy. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Clement. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Prater's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So his second field goal now here in this third quarter.
The first one got him the lead, and this one adds to it, but by no means is this one locked down. This is very much anyone's game.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Evans.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to it.
And he's had the hot hand.
They'll run on first down with Evans.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen out to his left. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. That one goes for 24 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
56, check 56. I know he ain't got it.
Evans running behind center.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Going to throw right side here, complete.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead.
A give up the middle to Evans. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Let's go.
On 2nd and goal, Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, partner, they're still going to have to go for it after that play. And I'm not sure that the running game is going to be a part of what they have to do on 4th down now.
From this far out, you wouldn't think so. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On the ground, it's Clement to start the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. McCoy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56.
Again, a run with Evans. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Allen off the play fake. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now Holyfield, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Elijah Holyfield taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bengals are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. To the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Clement. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. McCoy. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Up the middle they go with Clement. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, McCoy. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run out of the gun with Clement. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. McCoy. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McCoy. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's Clement back to the running game. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
Williams going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. McCoy.
That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Cards answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 27, Allen. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Second down and 8.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Here's Allen. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Cards have just about sewn up this football game. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Once again, it's Clement. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Clement between the tackles. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.